The 1973 no-mint mark Jefferson Nickel featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his historic estate Monticello on the reverse is a very common coin in U.S. currency history, yet it becomes an interesting subject when examined in bad or heavily worn condition. A coin without a mint mark for this year indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia facility of the United States Mint, as Philadelphia coins traditionally did not carry a mint mark during that period. The 1973 Jefferson Nickel continues the long-running design first introduced in 1938, maintaining the same portrait of Jefferson and the depiction of Monticello, symbolizing stability and continuity in American coinage. The composition of this coin is 75% copper and 25% nickel, a durable alloy that allows coins to survive decades of circulation but also leads to gradual smoothing of details when exposed to heavy wear. In bad condition, which collectors often classify as good G, very good VG, or even poor P1, the 1973 no-mint mark Jefferson Nickel shows clear signs of long-term use. The portrait of Thomas Jefferson may appear flattened, with little detail remaining in the hair and facial features. The inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date, 1973, can be faint, partially worn, or in extreme cases nearly illegible. On the reverse side, the image of Monticello often loses its sharpness, and the building's fine architectural details, such as columns, windows, and especially the steps, are typically worn smooth. The full steps feature, which is a key factor in determining higher grade value for Jefferson Nickels, is completely absent in coins that have been heavily circulated, eliminating any premium value associated with that designation. The mintage of the 1973 Philadelphia Jefferson Nickel was extremely high, with hundreds of millions of coins produced, making it one of the more common nickels available. Because of this abundance, a coin in bad condition generally holds only its face value of 5 cents in the collector market. Unlike silver coins, the copper-nickel composition does not provide significant intrinsic metal value, so there is little incentive to collect or sell the coin based on its material. However, collectors still find interest in such coins for educational and practical reasons. They are often used by beginners to learn coin grading, understand wear patterns, and practice identifying mint marks, or in this case, the absence of one. Despite being common and worn, a 1973 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark can still hold hidden potential if it contains mint errors or unique varieties. Errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, or clipped planchettes can increase a coin's value significantly, even if the coin is in poor condition. For instance, a double die error may still be visible in the lettering or date, and such a feature can make the coin more desirable to collectors. Therefore, it is always recommended to examine even worn coins carefully, as small details can sometimes reveal unexpected value. Another aspect to consider is environmental damage, which often affects coins found in bad condition. Exposure to moisture, soil, or chemicals can lead to corrosion, discoloration, and surface pitting. These factors further reduce the coin's aesthetic appeal and market value, but they also tell a story about the coin's journey through time. A heavily worn and damaged 1973 nickel may have passed through countless hands, been stored in jars or drawers, or even been buried and later recovered, adding a sense of history and character to the piece. From a historical standpoint, the Jefferson Nickel series reflects the enduring legacy of Thomas Jefferson and his contributions to American society. The continued use of his portrait and the image of Monticello emphasizes values such as independence, knowledge, and architectural innovation. The 1973 issue fits seamlessly into this tradition, representing a period when U.S. coin production was focused on meeting the demands of a growing economy, resulting in high mintages and widespread circulation. In everyday life, coins like the 1973 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel in bad condition are often overlooked or dismissed as insignificant. They are commonly found in pocket change, old coin collections, or mixed coin lots. However, for those interested in numismatics, even such a coin can serve as a valuable learning tool and a starting point for building a collection. It demonstrates how condition affects value, how mint marks or their absence indicate origin, and how even the most common coins can have unique stories to tell. In conclusion, the 1973 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in bad condition is not a rare or highly valuable coin in terms of monetary worth, but it carries significant educational and historical importance. Its worn appearance reflects decades of circulation, its design honors one of America's most influential figures, and its potential for rare errors keeps it relevant among collectors. While it may only be worth 5 cents in the market, its value as a piece of history and a tool for learning about coin collecting makes it far more meaningful to those who take the time to study it. Next up, the 1975 no-mint mark Jefferson Nickel featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his historic estate Monticello on the reverse is a very common coin in United States circulation, yet it becomes much more interesting when examined in bad or heavily worn condition, because such a coin reflects decades of real-world use, handling, and environmental exposure. The absence of a mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia facility of the United States Mint, as Philadelphia coins during that era typically did not carry a mint mark. The 1975 Jefferson nickel continues the classic design introduced in 1938, maintaining a consistent tribute to Thomas Jefferson and his architectural masterpiece, Monticello, making it one of the most recognizable coin designs in American history. When a 1975 Jefferson nickel is found in bad condition, collectors generally classify it in lower grades such as good G, very good VG, or even poor P1. In such states, the coin has experienced heavy circulation wear. The portrait of Thomas Jefferson may appear very smooth, with the finer details of his hair, face, and clothing almost completely worn away. The inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date, 1975, can be faint, partially visible, or in extreme cases barely readable. The rim of the coin might also be worn down or merged with the lettering. On the reverse side, the image of Monticello becomes increasingly flat and lacks definition. The building's columns, windows, and dome may be hard to distinguish, and one of the most important grading features, the steps leading up to Monticello, are usually completely worn away. These steps are crucial for higher-grade coins, often referred to as full steps, but in badly worn coins, this feature is entirely absent, eliminating any chance of premium collector value. The composition of the 1975 Jefferson nickel is 75% copper and 25% nickel, a durable alloy designed to withstand extensive use. Despite this durability, continuous circulation over many years results in gradual loss of detail and surface smoothness. Unlike silver coins, this copper-nickel composition does not provide significant intrinsic value, so even in large quantities, these coins are not valuable for their metal content. The mintage of the 1975 Philadelphia Jefferson nickel was extremely high, with hundreds of millions produced, making it very common. Because of this, a coin in bad condition typically holds only its face value of 5 cents in the collector market. However, even a heavily worn 1975 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark can still attract attention under certain circumstances. One important factor is the presence of mint errors or varieties. Errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, or clipped planchettes can increase a coin's value significantly, even if the coin is not in good condition. For example, A double die error may still be visible in the lettering or date, and collectors often search for such features using magnification tools. Another possibility is a mistrike or planchet error, where the coin was not properly formed during the minting process. These unusual characteristics can transform an otherwise common and worn coin into something more desirable. Environmental damage is another common feature of coins in bad condition. Over time, exposure to moisture, dirt, chemicals, or improper storage can lead to corrosion, discoloration, and surface pitting. These effects further reduce the coin's visual appeal and market value, but they also provide insight into the coin's history and journey. A damaged 1975 nickel may have been carried in pockets, stored in jars, buried in the ground, or exposed to harsh conditions, making each coin unique in its own way. From a historical perspective, the Jefferson Nickel series represents a continuous tribute to Thomas Jefferson and his contributions to American history, including his role as the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The depiction of Monticello on the reverse symbolizes not only Jefferson's architectural achievements but also his intellectual and cultural legacy. The 1975 issue is part of this long tradition, representing a time when the United States Mint was producing coins in large quantities to meet the demands of a growing economy. In everyday life, coins like the 1975 Jefferson Nickel in bad condition are often overlooked and dismissed as insignificant. They are commonly found in pocket change, old coin jars, or inherited collections, and most people do not give them a second thought. However, for those interested in coin collecting, even such a worn coin can serve as a valuable educational tool. It helps beginners understand how coins wear over time, how to identify mint marks or their absence, and how to recognize potential errors or unique features. It also demonstrates the importance of condition in determining a coin's value, as even a small difference in grade can significantly impact its worth. In conclusion, the 1975 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark in bad condition is not a rare or highly valuable coin in terms of monetary value, but it holds significant historical and educational importance. Its worn appearance tells a story of decades of circulation, its design honors one of the most influential figures in American history, and its potential for rare errors keeps it relevant among collectors. While it may only be worth 5 cents in the marketplace, its true value lies in the knowledge it provides and the connection it offers to the past, making it a meaningful piece for anyone interested in the fascinating world of numismatics. Please like and subscribe to my channel.